Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, I think many of you would agree with me. I don't think anything is more important than quality of life, and really part of maintaining the quality of life that we have up here is to preserve open spaces. It's important just for your own well-being, but it's also important for our heritage and whatever. There's an organization in town here in Saratoga that you probably know about because the representatives of Saratoga PLAN have been here many times. And they've got an event coming up called Feast of the Fields. So we got together with John Kettlewell, and said, hey, how about you come on and we'll talk about the event, but also could you bring in one of the farmers that's living proof of what Saratoga PLAN stands for? And so Tim Biello is joining us. So this is John Kettlewell. He's from Saratoga PLAN with a title that we just have to spend a second on. Constituent Engagement Director.
That's correct. You got it.
Well, I had to write it down, John. I couldn't believe it. And this is Tim Biello. He's the owner of Featherbed Lane Farm. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to have you here. John, I'm going to start with you. I know many of our viewers know about Saratoga PLAN, but just kind of that 30,000-foot view. Why does Saratoga PLAN exist?
Saratoga PLAN preserves open space in Saratoga County. We work with farmers who want to keep their land in farming. We work with landowners who want to preserve their land as open space and make it also available for recreational use. And PLAN now has 10 preserves with over 22 miles of trails that we manage. We've also conserved about 4,500 acres of open space and land in Saratoga County. And we're working with Tim Biello on his farm, Featherbed Lane Farm, to help preserve it for farming, keep it in farming, which brings that great farm fresh food we all love here in Saratoga. Yeah,
for sure. Your story is very interesting, Tim. Tim, like many of us, I think you kind of look in the mirror one day and you go, all right, am I doing enough with my life? What am I doing? Tim was teaching and doing sorted other things, and then got interested in farming, you were saying, and apprenticed for a number of years, and then decided to make that leap. This is very unusual, You've got the choice. Morgan Stanley, no offense against financial advisors, or farming. Okay, Tim. What happened when you looked in the mirror?
I was just realizing what I was really passionate about and what I hoped that I could spend my time doing, and so I started working on the farms like you said, and after many years of doing that, I started spending a lot of time looking for farms and planning for how I might start my own, and we're really lucky to be able to get started here in Saratoga just a few years ago.
Now, Tim, his wife, have a new baby, by the way.
Yeah.
And living in a beautifully unrestored farmhouse that I have a feeling gets a little cold in January. Yeah. But you worked with Saratoga PLAN to be able to acquire this land, right?
We are currently working with them to do that. That's right. Yeah. So spent almost 5 years looking for the property while also working, and part of one of the groups that I worked with was Saratoga PLAN, both as we were in the searching phase, but now that we're there, we're working closely together to try to protect the farm so that it can be always protected for farming, and that will be also part of what will allow us to eventually try to purchase the farm ourselves.
I've got it. Now, what are you farming?
We do a full year community supported agriculture farm. So every week of the year we have our CSA members come out and they get vegetables, and we also have eggs, and then we do our work with draft horses. So we do horsepower on the farm for the plowing and field work and cultivation, and we do some sleigh rides and wagon rides and some logging in the winter with them.
Now they're out Charlton Way, right? Is that
yep, we're in Charlton, exactly.
Where Bob's Trees is out there. We've been out to Bob's Trees many times. And Kathy Doyle and the gang out there, they treat the land, I bet, very much the same way that you treat your land. And I got to cycle back on this because a horse-drawn farming is probably not the right term.
Yeah, no, you got it.
But I got it.
Yeah.
Let's face it, you go get gasoline, you put it in the tractor, you got to go out and at 4 in the morning.
You're taking care of them day in and day out, all year round, whatever the conditions are. So it's definitely a different kind of commitment. But I do it because I really like working with them. It's a relationship, and,
I hear that
and it's
so
a
often.
Unique one. Yeah. I communicate with these animals, and we do really complicated tasks together. And at our best, we have a really smooth sail, and sometimes we have to work through rocky parts, and that's part of, I think, what intrigues me. I'm just more drawn to it.
Wow! Woo! What an exceptional career choice you made. Now, I want to cycle back because you made the acronym there was Community Supported Agriculture, right? The CSA.
That's right.
Now, this is wonderful, and maybe some of you would want to look into this. For a membership fee, you can join, and then you can go out to the farm once a week and get all of your vegetable needs and your eggs. Right?
That's right. So a lot of CSAs work on a sort of a pre-box model where you join and they box all the food for you and you go pick it up either at the farm or at a drop-off site. The way we do it is you'd come to the farm every week all year round and the food's set up in a room and you literally pick free choice whatever you want for fresh eating for that week, and it's all set up, and then there's eggs available too, and sometimes some other local products like honey or things like that.
Oh, I can't believe it. I really can't wait to come out and see this place.
You gotta come visit.
You know what, I know this interview is going to go a little long, but I want to keep it going because there's an event coming up that I mentioned at the beginning of the interview, but I wanted to tell that story. It's just so fascinating. Feast of the Fields. You may remember this because we've done interviews with the organizers before. It's the 12th annual, and it's on Thursday, the 21st, which is a couple of weeks away, right, at Saratoga National. And this event is very unique. So, John, tell us about why this event is unique.
Well, it's great because we get to bring together farmers like Tim and the great local chefs who volunteer their services to present that farm fresh food in small plates to about 500 guests. And like a lot of restaurants in this area, they really try to get local ingredients. Well, we kind of bring it all together in this one evening where you can focus in and get great food from restaurants like Salt and Char, who are participating, the new Farmers Hardware here in Saratoga. Prime, of course, is going to be there. And we have kind of a unique event. There's live music, there's a silent auction, but the main focus is enjoying this amazing bounty of farm fresh food in Saratoga County. You
know, words like bounty, don't you love it? It's something that's so ingrained in what our community should focus on, right? Is a natural bounty of what we have and the people working it every day. The event is really spectacular, I can tell you firsthand. Hot Club is the music, by the way. I got to sneak that in just in case you need you want to work off some of that appetite.
And don't forget the free alcohol from various local brewers, including R.S. Taylor and Sons. And
R.S. Taylor is a frequent guest here also. Have a wonderful new tasting room right in Saratoga. But you get the idea. It's everybody in the community who's involved with farm fresh food, with preparing that food, and supplying us with a little beverage on the side as well. It's the 21st. I think tickets are like $100 or something like that,
$100 a piece. There's still room. Get your tickets soon, though. We're filling up, and you can do it on our website.
What's the web address?
Our web address is saratogaplan.org.
Okay, saratogaplan.org. Go on and find out about the event and really make it a point. Summer's over. 21st is a great night. It's a Thursday night. Head out to Saratoga National, which is a beautiful space unto itself. And the money's going to support Saratoga PLAN in their mission to preserve open space. Well, John, great to have you come in.
Thank you.
It's great to see you. Tim, great to meet you.
And boy,
congratulations on what you're doing.
Thank you.
Just spectacular. Okay, guys. All right, and if you want to see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.